Afternoon sun on the Susquehanna River near Havre, Maryland, finds an angler temporarily distracted by the rumble above of an eastbound CSX freight train making time over the Susquehanna River Bridge, longest bridge on the former Baltimore and Ohio. Farther downstream, an Amtrak Acela train speeds in the opposite direction over the other Susquehanna River Bridge that was built by the Pennsylvania Railroad. The Philadelphia, Wilmington, and Baltimore Railroad Company, PW&B, first dealt with the challenge of the river crossing right after its incorporation on March 14, 1836. The only exception to the actual railroad was the portion across the Susquehanna River. To bridge that gap, the railroad operated the steamer Susquehanna between Havre and Perryville, Maryland. The difficult struggle to efficiently move greater volumes of railroad traffic and the troublesome ferryboat operation climaxed in the winter of 1851 to 1852 when the river became a solidly frozen mass. The ice was so thick that passengers and freight were first carried in wagons across the frozen river. The duration became extreme, and PW&B finally built an ice bridge with rails spiked to the ice across the entire width of the river. The challenges associated with that extreme winter advanced the need to construct a bridge. On November 26, 1866, nearly 20 years after the bridge project commenced, the first train rumbled over the single-tracked wooden bridge. The original wooden spans were replaced under full traffic with iron trusses between 1873 and 1879. B&O constructed its first Susquehanna River Bridge in 1884 to 1886. That, in turn, was replaced by the current bridge in 1910. The Pennsylvania Railroad invested extensively in the PW&B, and between 1904 and 1906, the current bridge that is now owned by Amtrak was constructed. The new bridge was christened on May 28, 1906, when PB&W Locomotive 5209 and Office Car 2821 slowly moved from north to south. In 1928, the Pennsylvania Railroad announced its intention to electrify the New York to Washington main line. By 1934, the Pennsylvania Railroad Susquehanna River Bridge sprouted steel catenary poles for electric transmission and power lines. On February 10, 1935, the first phase of New York to Washington electrically powered train service began. Innovation was demonstrated once more in 1967-1968, when the pace-setting Metroliner service that Pennsylvania successor Penn Central introduced in February of 1969. After its founding on May 1, 1971, Amtrak steadily improved service on the Northeast Corridor and eventually assumed full ownership of that line. New high-speed Acela train service is literally the state-of-the-art on American rails. Local commuter service is operated by MARC, and freight service is operated by Norfolk Southern. CSX freight service continues to rumble over the 1910 B&O Bridge as well. Both the towns of Havre and Perryville, Maryland, are popular destinations for railroad enthusiasts and photographers. But their many years of service have taken their toll on both bridges. Currently, plans are actively progressing to replace one or both bridges. The area provides an excellent opportunity to enjoy modern railroad operations, impressive engineering, and a wealth of history. We hope you've enjoyed this brief history, commanding views, and salute to both Havre and Perryville. A future presentation will further explore photo opportunities and more railroad history.